Ladies and gentlemen, the regular session of the Sangguniang Panglungsod is about to commence. Everyone, please rise.
As the elected City Vice Mayor and the presiding officer, this 15th regular session is now called to order. Roll call, please.
The members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, Honorable Michael Gerard T. Morada, Honorable Galileo P. Angeles, Honorable Jennifer Spaiti Toledo, Honorable Oscar M. Gozos II, Honorable Rio Fernicol H. Ronquillo, Honorable Venice D. Manalo, Honorable Miguel P. Lina III, Honorable Merlo P. Silva, Honorable Avior R. Rocafort, Honorable Ralph Peter S. Umali, Honorable Aris D. Macala, Honorable Percival V. Lojo, Honorable Windy P. Lat, Honorable Angela Antoinette B. Bautista, and the presiding officer, Honorable City Vice Mayor Camille Angeline M. Lopez.
Do we have a quorum?
We have a quorum.
May I request the Honorable A.A. Bautista for the leading of the invocation, the singing of the national anthem.
Good morning po. Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord in the name of the Father, and the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty and loving Father, we are gathered here today for our regular session. Send us your Holy Spirit to be our guide and give us the wisdom to understand every topic that we are going to discuss today. Enlighten our minds and let your love be upon us. May this session bring success and growth to our fellow citizens. We thank you, Father, for this precious time that you have given us. All this we pray to our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Ilagay po natin ang ating kanang kamay sa kaliwang bahagi ng ating dibdib at awitin ang pambansang awit.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Good morning, everyone. Privilege. Honorable Rocafort, you are recognized.
Sino ba to? Madam Chair, honorable members of this august body, sa atin pong mga panauhin at sa lahat po ng mga nanonood at nakikinig ng atin pong session, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Madam Chair, water is vital to our health. It plays a key role in many of our body's functions, including bringing nutrients to cells, getting rid of wastes, protecting joints and organs, and maintaining body temperature. Water should almost always be your go-to beverage. Water is life. Local government units is constitutionally mandated to provide basic services, including the delivery of water and sanitation services for the general welfare. Sa madaling salita, buhay ang tubig. Kailangan ang mga namamahala ng water supply ay may puso sa mga taong may hirap. Kailangan una ang public service bago ang pagkita ng anumang water district companies sa bansang Pilipinas. Sa lungsod ng Lipa, meron po tayong Metro Lipa Water District at hindi matatawaran ang kanilang pamamahala ng tubig sapagkat tunay na pinipilit nilang masuplayan ng tubig ang 72 barangays sa lungsod ng Lipa. Ibigay po natin ang kredito sa kanila. Subalit tulad ng mga nauna kong sinabi, ang pangunahing layunin dapat ng Water District ay paglingkuran sa pinakamurang halaga, malinis at may puso ang mga tumatangkilik at gumagamit ng tubig na kanilang pinapamahalaan. Water District is defined as a local corporate entity that operates and maintains water supply system in one or more provincial cities or municipalities. Like LUA, Water District is classified as a government-owned and controlled corporation. Kaya po dapat ang layunin nila ay public service, hindi lang mura, pero they can adjust and adapt to different problems na inilalapit sa kanila ng ating mga kababayan. May puso para tumulong at maglingkod at gumawa ng paraan para higit na makapaglingkod sa ating mga kababayan. Ang issue na atin pong pag-uusapan ay naranasan ng aking pong ama. At siguro, nararanasan ng iba nating mga kababayan, hindi lamang umiimik sapagkat sa palagay nila'y walang mangyayari sa kanilang pagrereklamo. So, ito pong issue na babanggitin ko is a hands-on issue, Madam Chair, because we experience it. So it's not hearsay. This issue is true, legitimate issue na marami po sa ating mga kababayan ay nararanasan ito. Ang atin pong tinutukoy ay ang pagtaas ng bayarin ng tubig sanhi ng water leak. Madam Chair, lumapit po tayo personal sa kanilang tanggapan sa Water District. Personal meaning ako po mismo ang pumunta. Para malaman ang tugon nila at aksyon na ginagawa nila kapag may mga nagrereklamo sa labis na pagtaas ng bayarin ng tubig. I tried to talk to their general manager but unfortunately may meeting po siya, so they turned me over to their assistant general manager to explain the procedure na ginagawa ng Water District pag po may pagtaas ng bayarin sa metro ng kanilang tubig. Nagpapasalamat po tayo at in-accommodate naman po tayo. Nagbigay po sila ng 4 na premises or conditions that should be present or one should be present para po mag-adjust sila ng metro kung ayon sa investigasyon nila at ito po ay mapatunayan. Sinabi ko po, paano kung ang isa sa 4 na kondisyon o premise na ipinesent nila ay hindi present at wala naman kasalanan o in good faith ang tao na hindi talaga niya alam kung bakit tumaas ang metro at bayarin niya sa tubig. Sabi po ni Assistant Manager, how can we establish good faith? Napatahimik po ako kasi mahirap na tanong iyon. Ang sabi ko po sa Assistant Manager, babalikan ko kayo. Pag-aaralan ko po. Give me a couple of days and I will research and I will give you a good argument and a good debate. Sabi ko sa kanya. At eto na po tayo. So, I am now asking Water District to please prepare because I want to face them, especially the Board of Trustees of Water District. Sabi ko, sa lahat po ng ating isyong binubuksan, ito po yung pinag-aaralan at pinaghahandaan natin. Kahit po dito sa Sanggunian, hindi po tayo nagsasalita ng hindi po natin alam. So, Madam Chair, water leaks can come from many sources and all need different types of care. The technical definition of leak is the gradual loss of liquid from a system. A leak is left unattended, can cause serious damage to property and pipes, and eventually increase the reading of meter that might result to a higher than usual payment of water bill. In good faith is defined as honesty and sincerity of intention. Hindi po may iwasan ang water leak sapagkat ito po ay dulot ng madaming factors. Halimbawa, matagal na po yung kanilang pipes at hindi po nila napansin na ito po ay kailangan na nilang mapaltan because as years or as days goes by, the pipes is damaged by the usual use. So meron po tayong usual wear or tear nung pong ating pipes. And walang tao na tanga. Walang tao na tanga na gustong may leak ang kanilang pipes dahil matalino ang mga tagalipa. Pag may leak, alam nila na tataas ang bayarin sa tubig. Hindi po kami tanga. Water District. Lumalapit ang tao sa Water District na opisina para magtanong, magreklamo at humingi ng tulong in good faith sila dahil hindi po nila alam kung bakit tumaas ang konsumo nila at hindi nila alam ang dahilan kung bakit lumaki ang water bill nila. Walang gustong magkalik ang kanilang pipes at hindi naman nila ito malalaman nang hindi nila nakikita na tumataas ang bill. Malalaman lang po nila kapag natanggap nila ang bill at nagulat sila na lumobo ito. Malalaman lang nila ito kapag may nag-check o nag-imbestiga na taga-Water District, sino ba ang taong may gusto na may leak ang pipes nila? Iba po ang issue natin sa issue ng Cebu, LGU at Cebu Water District. Sa kasalukuyan ay may issue po ang local government unit ng Cebu at ang Cebu Water District. Madam Chair, para po sa kaalaman ng lahat, nag-issue po ang DILG ng Memorandum Circular reminding all local government authorities to stop interfering with local water district operations as provided for under PD 168. Kung hindi po ako nagkakamali. Ano ga ito? PD 168 nga ito. Anyway, saka na lang po natin i-verify. Pero 198 pala po, Madam Chair. Under or the Provincial Water Utilities Act of 1973. Madam Chair, with all due respect to the Office of the Department of Interior and Local Government, sa DILG, there is a thin line between interfering and being the voice of our people para po maiparating sa mga kinakaukulan ang mga problemang kinakaharap ng ating mga kababayan sa mga higanting korporasyon o ahensya o mga higanting tao na umaabuso ng kanilang karapatan sa atin pong lugar. Ito po'y trabaho natin. So when we talk, when we become critical, for example, to a water district, we are not interfering to the affairs of the water district. But we would like to tell them na ito ang reklamo at boses ng ating mga kababayan sa lungsod ng Lipa. With all due respect to the DILG, Madam Chairman. Madam Chair, I would also like to inform the body that there is a House bill which was which was House Bill 10-15-0 by House Deputy Minority Leader Franz Castro of ACT Teachers Party List, House Assistant Minority Leader Arlene Brosas of Gabriel Party List, and Kabataan Party List Legislator Raul Manuel, who filed a measure seeking or reverting the control of water district to LGU and ban on privatization. So let us support the measure na ibalik na sa LGU ang pamamahala ng water district, ng mga water district, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, ako po'y nagtataka lamang sapagkat ang sagot po sa atin ng mga Board of Trustees o ng Assistant Manager ay wala na silang magagawa kapag yung apat na premise ay hindi present. Ano po ang ginagawa ng Board of Trustees ng Water District kung wala silang magagawa? Ang mga kababayan po natin lumalapit sa kanila dahil alam nila may magagawa sila. They are there to research and implement policies. And they should adapt to this kind of problems na meron po tayo. Ilan na po ang taong nagreklamo sa kanila tungkol sa water leak. Madam Chair, kung hindi ho nila magagawa na umadapt sa atin pong mga kababayan, ay marahil dapat na po nating hilingin ang pagre-resign at pagpapalit sa lahat ng Board of Trustees natin sa Water District dahil wala ho silang kwenta kung ganun. With all due respect sa kanila. Madam Chair, nais po nating malaman sino ang nag-o-audit sa Water District. Kung dito po sa lungsod ng Lipa, meron po tayong Commission on Audit na nag-o-audit kung tama ba o hindi ang ating ginagastos. Pagdating po sa Water District, sino po nag-o-audit sa kanila? Pangalawa, magkano po ang kinikita, kung may kinikita o nalulugi ang Water District natin? At gaano po bang kalaki ang mawawala sa kanila kung magkakaroon po tayo ng programa para i-adjust ang bayarin sa tubig ng ating mga kababayan, sanhi ng water leak, sila po ba'y malulugi dito, Madam Chair? Sana tatandaan po natin na ang kanilang ginagawa ay tubig. At ang tubig po ay natural. Ang ginagawa lang po ng Water District ay infrastructure para siguraduhin na yung tubig na kinukuha nila sa ating watershed ay makapunta sa mga iba't ibang bahay sa lungsod ng Lipa. Ganun din, malinis ang mga tubig na ito. They filter it. Pero hindi naman po siguro sila bumibili ng tubig para puhunanin. Sila po'y namumuhunan sa infrastructure. At saka po doon sa maintenance ng ating pong water supply. Madam Chair, katulad po ng sinabi ko kanina, ang water district po ay government-owned and controlled corporation according to the definition of the law. Therefore, Madam Chair, my question is more on number one, the budget, how they spend their money and how they budget their money dito po sa Water District. At meron po tayong tinatawag, Madam Chair, nag-research po tayo na leak adjustment form. Madam Chair, sa ibang lugar, mayroon po silang ibinibigay na water leak adjustment. Kapag napatunayan na ang sanhi ng pagtaas ng tubig ay water leak, nagbibigay po sila ng at least 30% discount doon po sa original na bayarin ng isang tao doon sa resibo na kanyang isinabmit. Hindi man po totally matanggal yung lahat ng binayaran niya, pero if the cause of the problem is water leak, then nagbibigay po sila ng discount. Ito po marahil ay wala doon po sa apat na premise na sinabi ng Water District. So mapag-aralan din po natin ito. Madam Chair, I move that this matter be referred again, considering that this is, I'm talking here of the financial side nung pong ating Water District, referred to the Committee on Budget to audit how they spend their money nalulugi po ba sila o hindi? And also, Madam Chair, refer to the Committee on Public Utilities. Jointly referred sa amin. Pero sana po ang Committee on APRO, dahil hinamon ko ho sila, be the lead committee on this matter para ito ho ay may committee report.
Matter brought up is jointly referred to the Committee on Public Utilities and Appropriations. Lead committee. I'm sorry.
Tungkol doon sa privilege speech ni Gisela Bior.
Teka, refer ko lamang po ha. And then, lead committee be the Committee on Appropriations.
Madam Chair, way back mga 1998 pa ho, sa totoo lang ho, during that time parang Hermo Ilagan, naulit yun na ho sa sanggunian na ang water district po ay pwedeng i-devolve sa local government. At isa ho ang sinasabing provision, kapag ang isa hong local water district ay wala pong utang sa LOA, pwede pong devolve sa local government. Ayon po sa impormasyon, ang water district po natin ay walang utang sa LOA. And secondly, Madam Chair, ito na siguro ang pagkakataon, binaksan ni Gonzalo Bior, na siguro it's about time na magpatakbo na ng water district ay ang city government of Lipa. Siguro, at gusto ko rin hong ipaalam sa body na tulungan din ho kami na sa pagre-research tungkol po doon sa devolution of water district para po sa LGU, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, ulitin ko lang ho kasi wala po kanina si Consel Merlo, tsaka po ang aking mga kasama na late na ngayon, naunahan ko sila. Naunahan ko sila, kaya proud ako sa sarili ko ngayon. Madam Chair, I would like to inform the body that on January 15 of 2019, the DILG issued a Memorandum Circular Number 2019-2003. This is a reminder to all local officials that they should not interfere with the operations of the local water district because the said district are autonomous by themselves, being governed by LUA, Madam Chairman. This was the basis of this memorandum circular was Presidential Decree number 198 or the Provincial Water Utilities Act of 1973. The only role of this LGU is the appointment of the BOT or the member of the BOT doon po sa BOT ng Water District. Yun lang po. And a resolution na forming or creating the Water District doon po sa ating mga lugar. That is the only role of the LGU. That is why, lately, meron pong nagpasa sa Kongreso na mga aktivistang grupo, pero dapat natin suportahan si Congressman Franz Castro of AC, Congresswoman Arlene Brosas of Gabriela, and Congressman Raul Manuel, a bill seeking to revert or to go back the control of water district to the local government units. So ito po ay sana ilaban natin, House Bill 10150, na ibalik sa LGU ang control ng mga water district na meron po tayo. Because water district is for public service, Madam Chair, not for business. So sana ito po ay may isakatuparan at hilingin natin ang ating mga congressman at iboboto pang congressman na suportahan ang bill na ito para sa mas mura at dekalidad na serbisyo ng tubig dito po sa lungsod ng Lipa, Madam Chair. So yan. So katulad nga kanina, sinabihan ko po ang DILG, mawalang galang na ho sa kanila, Madam, sa mga DILG sa atin, hindi ho kami nag-interfere. Pero kami ho ay nagiging kritikal at pumupuna sa kakulangan ng water district sa aming lugar. Hindi ho kami pwedeng magtahimikan sapagkat ito ang reklamo ng aming mga kababayan dito sa lungsod ng Lipa. So, yan ho. Nahamon ho natin sila ngayon. Ready sila.
Alright po. Honorable Marada, you are recognized.
Madam Chairwoman, may dagdag ko lang. Naka-refer na naman po sa Committee on Public Utilities. Meron pong personal na lumapit sa atin, taga Barangay Anilaw, at ini-inform tayo na wala ho rin silang tubig. Meron ho kasing ginagawang parang ini-improve nila yung kanyang facility, pero aabutin daw na ilang buwan, Konsyal. So baka pwedeng, ang hiling lang naman nila habang ginagawa, ano po ang may offer na service ng Water District. Noong una, pinangakuan sila na magdadala ng tangke ng tubig para mapunan yung habang ginagawa. Pero after that, parang hindi na po nasunod. So nahihirapan po sila sa kanilang araw-araw na buhay ng walang tubig. So sana po maisama rin sa committee hearing para matugunan rin yung kanila pong issue. Maraming salamat, Madam Chairwoman.
Alright, thank you po. Matter brought up is referred to the Committee on Public Utilities. Privilege. Honorable Attorney Gali Angeles, you are recognized.
Good morning, Madam Chair. My privilege is about a letter of the Honorable City Mayor addressed to this body requesting for an authority from the Sangguniang Panglungsod granting permit and authority to the City Legal Office to represent the City Government of Lipa in filing small claims against former City Councilors Marvelon Asilio and the late Renato B. Malieta and Alfredo C. Amparo. So, I move that this be considered urgent. I will be referred to the appropriate committee.
Attorney, it has already been referred na po.
Okay.
Last week po, no? Or 2 weeks ago.
refer na? Okay.
Yes, it has already been referred na
Kanino
po.
na-refer to?
To your committee, Good Government.
Okay, sige. Thank you very much. I withdraw my motion.
Alright po, thank
Thank you.
you. Privilege. Honorable A.A. Bautista, you are recognized. Silence po.
Madam Chair, bilang representative po ng youth, tinatry po namin ilayo ang mga kabataan sa hindi makakanais-nais na bisyo. So with this po, may mga parents po and kabataan na napapansin that there have been advertisements both in TARP sa mga LED wall po natin dito sa Lipa that promotes gambling, especially po dito na malapit sa Lasal Lipa at saka po sa mga residences po ng ating archbishops. So kung possible po sana ma-refer ito sa proper committee para po mapag-aralan ang regulations regarding this, especially na nade-display po siya sa kabataan po ngayon.
So, meron ba? Okay, makala. Matter brought up is referred to the Committee on Public Information. Honorable Rocafort, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, para lang po malinaw, pwede po ba kaming makahingi ng mga sample po ng mga advertisement? Ano pong klaseng advertisement, Madam Chair?
Nagpa-promote po ng online na gambling kasi.
Kaya lang po, ano pong mga nakalagay, Madam Chair?
Yung kay Ivana po na mga Bet88, ayun.
Sige po, Madam Chair. Kaya lang mahirap po yan. Dahil, yan eh. Yan po ay legal gambling eh. May illegal, may legal. Yan po kasi ay may permit. So, dahil sila po ay may permit, they operate as a legal business. So, pwede po silang mag-advertisement. Anyway, Madam Chair, mas maganda rin po na pag-aralan. Pero
Apa.
yan po yung challenge. Mahirap dahil legal.
Pag-aaralan na lang po ng napakagaling na chairman ng Committee on Public Information. Honorable Macala,
Kayo po ba'y
you are recognized.
I'm not the chairman of public information. The chairman of public information na yung IT ay the SKA. Iba pa ba yung information technology sa public information?
Honorable Macala, with due respect, magkaiba po siya.
Yan, magkaiba. Pero sa committee level pa lang, sigurado ko. Dead na ito. Kasi ito yung pag-regulated ito eh.
Apa, relax lang po, ha? Thank you. Honorable Angeles, you are recognized. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I support the proposal of regulating the advertisement of these kinds of online legal gambling. Though it is authorized by the PAGCOR or any other government agency, it was authorized or permitted to operate. But as far as the advertisement, pursuant to the General Welfare Clause of the Local Government Code, I think we have the power, or at least the responsibility, to regulate advertisements such as like this, because advertisements such as like this might influence minors, and they might interpret it as gambling as a normal way of life, and it might affect the upbringing of some children. So I support these kinds of ordinance, and probably dun sa mag-hear nito, probably yung ating mga ganitong advertisement can only be posted within the gaming room, but not outside. We need to protect the children also for these kinds of advertisement. With that, I respectfully ask that whoever committee that this might be referred to, it be considered also. And I support this kind of ordinance, Madam Chair. Thank you very much.
So, related to that, sige. Honorable Gossos, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, inquiry lang din po. Magko-committee hearing naman po si Consel Aris Macala.
Sandali lang po. Patapusin muna po natin si Honorable Gossos.
Kanina po ay na-refer po sa committee niya. Pero ang akin lang po, Madam Chair, ito po ba included din po dito, based po sa privilege po ni Councilor ito po ay with regards to yung LED TV. Paano po yung sa tarpaulin, yung po sa mga flyers and everything, kasama rin po ba na ipagbabawal na rin po ng city government yung mga ganong advertisements with regards to all kinds of gambling po ba ang mangyayari dito po sa privilege? Padagdag na lamang din po sa kung sino man po ang magkakandak ng committee hearing with regards to that po, Madam Chair. Thank you po.
SK, Madam. Ano ba pinupunta mo dito? Gambling o yung advertisement?
Advertisements po, Madam Chair, na sana po mailayo, if possible, sa mata po ng kabataan, especially exposed po siya sa malapit po sa eskwelahan.
Who is the chairman of, when you say, kasi pagka-advertise, ano pa pinupunto?
Di pinapakita po, yung makikita po ng public as an information kasi ito po ay naka-display, nakita po ng lahat. Yung advertisements po ng gambling.
Si Ivana. Ano ang pinopromote ni Ivana? Sugal. Who is the chairman of gambling? Games and amusement. Oo nga.
Sandali lang po, sandali lang.
Madam Chair.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Gossos.
Yung po kasi privilege speech ni Councilor AA ay hindi naman po concerned, wala naman po kasi nagpapa-approve ng gambling site na legal gambling site dito po sa lungsod ng Lipa. So, I think hindi po yun sakop ng Committee on Games and Amusement. kung yan po ay may magpapa-approve po ng e-bingo, might as well po na i-refer po talaga yun sa Games and Amusement kasi under po yun ng Committee ng Games and Amusement. Pero yung pong privilege speech po ni Consial AA ay hindi naman po, wala po nagpapa-approve ng legal na magtatayo po ng kung ano man pong pang Games and Amusement dito sa lungsod ng Lipa. That matter po, Madam Chair, is with regards to the advertisement. Yung pong yung advertisement po yun, wala pong ganung nag-e-exist dito sa atin kasi online po yun eh. So, Madam Chair, hindi ko po nakikita na kung bakit po kailangang i-refer po yun sa committee ng Games and Amusement. Yun lang po, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Gozos. Honorable Makala, okay na po yun ha. Already referred to your committee.
Thank you po, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable AA. Any other privilege? Wala na po. We now proceed with the reading of the minutes of the preceding session and approval of the same. Honorable Attorney Gale Angeles, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I respectfully move to dispense with the reading of the April 24, 2024 regular session and likewise move for the approval of the same.
Any second? Duly seconded. Discussion, objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Proposed ordinances and resolutions for second reading. Honorable Gozos, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, I would like to request that we dispense the reading of Committee Report on Housing 2024-015 from A to M, and the same be approved for second reading.
Any second? Seconded by Honorable Silva Umali. Discussion? Do you have a question? Wala po. Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the second reading.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, oral report lang, hindi humabot to kahapon.
Okay, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, with regard to the letter of Mr. Aris Pagmani, complaining against Gridgore Builders for termination of contract between Skawa Construction Services as subcontractor for Phase 2 project inside Lima Outlets. Ito po, Madam Chair, ay atin hong dininig ang isang reklamo na kung saan ho ay may isa hong kumpanya na ipinasubcon po dito po sa Kawa Construction. Ang nangyari ho ay hindi ho binayaran, kaya ho ang nangyari ay nagreklamo po di sa atin, kaya ho ang ginawa ho ng committee, nagconduct ho ng committee hearing twice. The committee conducted a committee hearing on April 18, 2024 and another hearing on April 30, 20 linggo. But unfortunately, Architect Philip Earl Castañeto, construction head of Gridgole Builders, did not attend the hearing and informed the committee that as per legal advice, they prepared to settle the issue through their legal representative. So in view for this, the committee advised Mr. Pagmani to file legal action in the proper court. So I'd just like to inform the body regarding the complaint of Mr. Pagmani, Madam Chair. For information lang ho ng body.
Any second? Seconded by Honorable Makala. Discussion. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the second reading. Honorable Angeles, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am respectfully making my oral report regarding the request of our city mayor for the issuance of a permit granting the city legal office to be a representative of the city government in filing small claims against different personalities. I respectfully move that it be approved for second reading.
Any second? Any second?
Okay.
Ito kayo may kinalaman doon sa atin ng mga dating kasamang konsyehal.
Ito po ay mga Commission on Audits Disallowance.
Apo.
Ibig sabihin, hindi pinayagan ng Commission on Audit at ito po ay pinasisingil sa ating LGU.
Sa akin yung tingin, Madam Chair, if the good lawyer ay kung papayag ho, ay bakit kinakailangan ng kasuhan agad? Bakit hindi muna daanin ng sa sulat? Dahil sa ganun, Madam Chair, ay mga kasama naman ho natin ng mga ito. Palagay ko naman ho ay willing ang mga ito na yung kanilang mga responsibilidad ay sagutin. Sa akin yung tingin. Ito gahoy, gumawa na ho ng sulat ang COA or ang city government.
Hindi,
Para po
parang
dito.
ito, Consel Merlo, ay
Honorable Gozos.
Comment lang po, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, actually po, nung tinignan ko po yung letter, ang understanding ko po kasi, nung pong last week po ay in-inform ko po yung isa po doon nakasama, si Kapitan Fred Amparo. Actually po, nakausap ko rin po ang ating pong admin, nagbayad na po si Kapitan Fred Amparo nung kanyang
magkano na pabayad niya?
full payment po actually. Pinatawagan ko po kasi si Kapitan Fred sa aking father 2 weeks ago with regards to that. Nung pong nalaman niya, nag-send po siya sa amin ng resibo na siya po nakapagbayad na. Nagkaroon lamang po ng konting problema kasi hindi po niya masyadong naintindihan pala yung letter kasi may dalawang amount na magkapareho. So, anong nangyari? May naiwan pa siyang isang amount na hindi nabayadan. Pero nung nakausap ko po ang ating city admin last week, na-inform po niya ako na nabayadan na po yung lahat na po ng amount na sinisingil sa kanya ng gobyerno. So, naniniwala po ako, Madam Chair, na tama po si Consel Merlo Silva. Ma-inform lang po muna sana natin itong mga taong ito na meron po silang pending na bayaran dito sa ating gobyerno. Tingin ko naman po ay magbabayad naman po agad sila. Kaysa po maghabla pa o kung ano pa man po ang kailangan gawin ng City Legal Office. And ang inquiry ko lamang po, Madam Chair, kung in case po ba na magpupush through yun, kasi po ang isa pong gahabla ay si late Kapitan Boy Malieta. So, papaano po ba? Sino po ang magbabayad nung kanyang naiwan na kailangan bayaran dito sa gobyerno? Ay siya po ay pumanaw na po. Yun lamang po, Madam Chair, and thank you po.
At isa pa, Madam Chair, sa akin yung tingin, ang mga ito naman ay naglingkod ng ilan ng panahon. Palagay ko, ang mga ito ay may makukuha pa sa city government. Dahil may mga back pay pa ho na pwedeng kunin. Natatandaan ko ho, nung ako natapos yung aking termino, may nakuha ho ako sa city government. At hindi ho makakakuha ang isa hong konsehalo, isa hong empleyado ng pamahalaan ng lungsod na Lipa kung siya ho ay may mga pending cases. Ngayon ho, sa akin yung tingin, yun hong mga katulad doon ni na Marbilon, katulad doon ni Parfred, ang mga yun, pagka nakabayad ho mga yan, may makukuha pa. Siguro pwede na hong through sulat ay pwedeng i-commit. Katulad doon ni Consel Marbilon, na yung kanyang makukuha ay pwedeng pambayad doon. Opo. Kaya siguro, medyo due respect, attorney, siguro sulatan nila ng committee. Committee na lamang.
Wala naman sa akin yun. Dahil ito naman, pakiusap lang ho ni Mayor. Pero, sabihin ko, okay naman sa akin din yun. If I submit it to the sound discretion of this body kung ano po ang mas mabuti na approach, considering nga, tama ho yung sinabi na aking mga kasama na sila naman ho ay nag-silbi rin sa gobyerno. Ito naman ho sa ating ito, para sa clarification din ng ating mga kasama, hindi naman kaagad po magpa-file ito ng ng kaso. At ito po ay talagang susulatan at tatawagan din lang. Pero at any rate, just for us to be able to afford them at least some due process, of course, opportunity to settle this in a most convenient way na hindi na magkakaso. So I'm also amenable for that. And with this, parang mag-motion to defer.
Huwag na muna approval to. Deferred na lang. At isa pang tanong mo, okay, sige. Siguro ba, isa pa rin yung legal learning. Yun yung binuksan ho ni Kusel Junjun. Paano yung katulad ho ni Kapitan Malieta? Wala na. Yung gaho if ever, napatay na, siguro, if ever, palagay ko, may makukuha pa rin. Yung gaho ay babayaran pa or hindi na babayaran, wala nang sagutin sa COA. At secondly, makukuha kaya ng pamilya ni Konsehal Malieta yung kanyang benefits naman, yung back pay coming from the government.
Okay.
Legal learning.
For legal education po, yung po mga taong namatay na sila may mga utang, paano po ba makakasingil yung mga pinagkautangan? Yun pong estate o yung natitirang ari-arian.
Ito gahong disallowances. Ito gay utang or what form of
Ang ibig sabihin ng COA disallowance, hindi ho inaprubahan ng gobyerno na tama ang paggastos ng pera na yon. Kaya pag tayo ho ay gumastos ng pera na hindi naaayon sa regulasyon ng COA, yun ay personal na gastos natin. At yun ay ipinapasauli ng gobyerno sa atin through a COA notices or memorandum or notice of disallowance. So, in case of this, yung kay Kapitan Malieta pa, the late Kapitan Malieta, there is a disallowance. Ibig sabihin, hindi nakita ng gobyerno na tama yung paggastos ng pera. Ngayon, if ever we have benefits from the government, automatically ho yan, pag nalaman at na-share to na ikaw ay may pananagutan sa gobyerno, automatic yan nakakaltasin kung anong benepisyo o anong susweldohin mo sa gobyerno. Kamukha halimbawa natin, kung tayo may utang sa gobyerno, nakaraan termino mo, halimbawa, tapos hindi ka na naging konsyal. Nung bumalik ang konsyal at nakita ng gobyerno na meron ka palang pananagutan o disallowance, automatic babawasin po yan sa sweldo ninyo. Ganon din po kay Kapitan Malieta. Kung siya mo po ay meron pang, ito pag may final findings na na talagang siya ay dapat magbayad. Pag merong final findings na talagang siya dapat magbayad, kung may natitirang benepisyo ang dating kapitan sa gobyerno, ito'y automatic na lang kakaltasin bago i-release yung final pay. Ngayon, kung sakaling wala naman po, ang option na isang tao o ng ating gobyerno is to go for the estate of the deceased, yung namatay. Kung may naiwang ari-arian yan, yan po magiging isang juridical personality ang tawag namin doon, yun po ang hahabulin. At kung wala naman po naiwang ari-arian yan, ay di maghihintay ng parang wala na, zero na. On record lang na may utang, pero sabi namin doon, you're only winning in paper. Now, you can no longer execute it for the simple reason that there is no property where you can impose that obligation. So, yun po ang magiging scenario niyan.
Thank you, Kusel Gali, for the very
Legal
for the
education.
information. And you prove it that you are a man of legal parlance.
Yes, thank you.
Honorable Macala, you are recognized.
Napakagaling talaga ng aming abogado magpaliwanag. Ito, talking to true experience. Ako ho ay naging biktima. Di ka? I would not say na naging biktima. Naging,
May disallowance ka nung araw.
During the time, nanalo ho tayo ng 2010 hanggang 2013, tapos mag-re-election, medyo hindi ho tayo sinuwerte. Pero nakita ko, panay ang sulat sa akin ni COA, ganun ho. Kami ho'y 8 ditong konsyal
Kumuha kayo ng consultant.
Kumuha kami ng legal consultant, legal researcher. Tapos sabi nga, nung makabalik ako ho ngayon, talagang tama ka. Nasaan ka man, hahabulin ka ng gobyerno. Yun. Ayun no, nag-uusap kami ni COA Auditor at lagi nasa opisina ko. Pumirma na ako sa dapat kong pirmahan at hinahabol nga ho nila ako ng sa kaganyang amount. Pero ngayon naman ho,
Bayad na.
bayad. Hindi, meron pa ilang buwan pa.
Pero pinapirma kayo ng authority to deduct.
Pero ang isang tatanungin dito, kaya pag ito, committee hearing ba to? Na-prepare na ba to?
Hindi.
Kasi ang isang tatanong dito, attorney, yung sinasabi ko, yung pinag-usapan namin ni Consial Merlo, let's say GSIS. Attorney, can I have your attention, please?
Yes. Sorry.
Ang akin lang ho itatanong dito, iba yung sa COA, ano ho?
Apo.
Yun ay utang sa... How about sa GSIS? Let's say ho, after na-finish ko ang aking term, nagkautang ako ng, kunyari, 500,000 sa GSIS. Tapos ang aking terminal levy, 1 million. It is, i-deduct. Ito ba yung mandatory na i-deduct?
Bago po nyo kasi makuha ang inyong mga benefits na
Pero
yan.
magkaiba to?
Ano rin?
Magkaiba ito, sinasabi mo.
Bago makuha nyo ang inyong mga benefits pagka kayo mga nag-retire na, kukuha kayo ng mga clearance. Unang-una.
Pero bakit na nangyari sa akin, attorney? Nakuha ko yung terminal ko during that time, noong 2010 hanggang 2013. Can you explain?
Attorney, gato kasi, iba yung disallowance dito kaysa yung utang niya sa GSIS. Yung utang niya sa GSIS, kung tutusin, walang kiber tayo dahil personal loan niya yun.
Tama
yun
yan.
ang nangyari sa kanya. Tama? Okay. I'm not a lawyer, but I can explain
Okay,
it.
very good. That is correct. Separate transaction yun sa GSIS.
So, okay na?
Okay na.
So, Madam Chair, I think I move that this matter be lay on the table for another action of the good chairman of this committee.
So, meaning, Madam Chair, I think Council Merlo is moving to defer the resolution and issuance of any action regarding this matter. I do not object to that motion.
Any
I can-
second?
Second motion.
Seconded by Honorable Makala.
Hindi mo natin action.
Discussion, objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved. Business for the day.
Business for the day. Number 1, letter of the Honorable City Mayor Eric B. Africa for the appropriate action on the letter of Engineer Raul Monte Alto with respect to increase on Business Permit and Tax Ordinance Number 132, Series of 2007.
Refer to the Committee on Ways and Means.
Number 2, supplemental budget for the budget year 2024 of Barangay Fernando Lipas City.
Refer to the Committee on Appropriations.
Number 3 to number 7, reclassification request of various owners for properties located at various barangays.
Refer to the Committee on Land Use.
Number 8 to number 22, number 24, and number 25, supplemental budget for the budget year 2024 of various barangays.
Refer to the Committee on Appropriations.
Number 23, letter of endorsement of the Punong Barangay of San Lucas, Honorable Windy Pilat, forwarding a copy of Barangay Ordinance number 2024-001.
Refer to the Committee on Barangay Affairs. Resolutions and ordinances for the third and final reading. Honorable Gossos, you are recognized.
Recess for 1 minute, Madam Chair.
I'm declaring a recess.
Ano naman?
Resumes.
Madam Chair, would like to request that we approve for third and final reading Committee Report on Housing 2024-015 from A to M.
Any second? Jointly moved by Honorable Silva, seconded by Honorable Umali Makala. Objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Honorable Silva, you are recognized.
Yung oral committee report mo,
Oral committee report. Okay.
other matters,
All
Madam
right.
Chair.
Other matters? Please go
Madam
ahead.
Chair, please refer po sa Committee on Land Use the request of JJS Realty Development Corporation for the reclassification of their property from agricultural to residential use located at Barangay Pangaw with an area of 7,566 square meters.
Refer to the Committee on Land Use.
Madam Chair, motion for urgency with regards to that matter.
Duly seconded. Discussion. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
Madam Chair, I would like to request an ordinance reclassifying the property of JJS Realty Development Corporation from agricultural to residential use with an area of 7,566 square meters located po at Barangay Pangaw and the same be excused from the three reading principle and approved for third and final reading.
Jointly moved by Honorable Silva, seconded by Honorable Makala Umali. Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn, Madam
Any
Chair.
other matters?
Ay, wait lang po, Madam Chair.
Honorable Rocafort,
Abi,
you are recognized.
Madam Chair, please consider as urgent the supplemental budget of the following barangay: Anilao, San Francisco, Malitlit, San Carlos, San Celestino, Calamias, Banibanay, Anilao, Labac, Antipolo del Norte, Pag-ulingin East, Tangway, Tibig, Pag-ulingin West, Sico, Sais, San Sebastian, Cumba, Fernando, Ludlod, Gis, Bugtong, Napulo, and 4 for urgency.
Duly seconded. Discussion, objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
Madam Chair, move that we pass a resolution approving the supplemental budget of the barangays enumerated a while ago. The same be considered as approved for third and final reading.
Jointly moved by Honorable Silva, Toledo, Makala, Umali, Ronquillo, Angeles, seconded by Honorable Manalo, Loho, Lina, Makala. Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Madam Chair, please consider as please refer to the Committee on Budget the request of the City Mayor to submit a copy of the City Supplemental Annual Investment Plan 2020 dated April 14, 2020, Madam Chair, to the Committee on APRO. Madam Chair, this is to doon po sa records natin, hindi po naiwan po yung submission ng annual investment plan, hindi po napansin. Kaya po ngayon lang nila isinabit, Madam Chair. Having said that, to correct yung pong pagkukulang ng atin pong annual investment plan, the City Mayor, by request of the City Development Council, is requesting, the Finance Committee is requesting the approval of the annual investment plan, Madam Chair. Referral po sa committee.
Refer to the Committee on Appropriations.
Sige, tanungin mo para may discussion tayo. Sige. Hindi. Be urgent, Madam Chair.
Any second?
Sige.
Seconded by Honorable Umali. Discussion, Honorable Silva, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, ang aaprobangga ho natin itong supplemental annual budget plan for the year 2020. Tama po. Bakit ho medyo paano yung ginamit na yung mga project?
Wala. Ito po ay, Madam Chair, 2020, kasagsagan po doon ng COVID-19, Madam Chair. So ito pong supplemental annual investment plan ay pinagkagastusan natin noon pong COVID-19. So dahil po sa napakaraming lockdowns na nangyari at nung 2020 tayo po ay naka-blended session, online session, ay siguro po, honest mistake, ay napakaligtaan na paaprubahan yung pong supplemental annual investment plan, Madam Chair. Ito po ay napansin lang ngayon na tayo po ay nagkaroon ng exit conference with COA.
Madam Chair, hindi ko bago mag-project, bago gumastos, ay aaprobahan natin yung annual investment plan. Hindi ko
Tama po.
Apo. Hindi ko 2020 pa, wala ho kayang irregularity or hindi ho kaya tayo ma-question na bakit po ngayon natin aaprobahan, bakit nauna mga project, yung implementation of all those projects before we approve the annual investment plan.
Madam Chair, tama po kayo doon. Kaya lang, ito po ay panahon ng pandemic, katulad po ng aking sinabi. At dahil lahat po ng mga dahil tayo po ay pandemic, tayo po ay nasa state of calamity. So, pinayagan, nung panahon iyon, nag-issue ang ating Pangulo na si Rodrigo Duterte na i-release ng mabilisan ng lahat po ng mga calamity fund, supplemental budget, and all funds intended for the pagbibigay ng ayuda sa ating mga kababayan. So, because of that authority, mabilis po nating ilabas yung lahat ng mga funds dito, Madam Chair. At alam naman po natin na nung panahong yun, dahil tayo po ay nasa state of calamity, the executive power is under the umbrella of the President. So, lahat po ay sumusunod lang. Lahat po. Wala rin po mga COA noong mga panahong yun. Though may COA, ibig sabihin, ang COA po ay mabilis rin ang release ng funds basta po ito ay sa calamity. Ngayon po, na tayo ay nag-exit conference, meron pong kulang sa mga documents natin. Ito po yung ngayon lang natin napansin dahil 2020 pa po ito. So, COA is giving us until May 5 to correct yun pong ilan sa mga pwede naman pong i-correct na mga pagkukulang.
Apo. So, ibig sabihin,
very
ito lang ho ay para lang ma-correct natin. Baka ho mangyari, Madam Chair, ako'y nag-aalala na baka pag tayo nag-approve niyan, ito pa ang maging dahilan para tayo ay para tayo magka-problema. Siguro, Madam Chair, baka ho lalong maging itong daan para makita ng COA na, oops, bakit ganito? Pero kung hindi naman ho, at ito ay advantageous sa city government, siguro it's about time na atin hong aprobahan yan. Ang gusto lang natin masigurado, yung assurance na hindi ito magiging daan or way para tayo ay magka-problema.
Madam Chair, it is very clear in the request. It is the city mayor who requested it and who signed it that they are requesting for the approval of the supplemental annual investment plan dated 2020. So we are not antedating the approval of the annual investment plan, and they are very much aware that we are approving the supplemental investment plan today, not 2020. So alam po nila yan.
Ano po sabi ng legal office?
Hindi naman po siguro all requests submitted to us, Madam Chair, by the Office of the City Mayor is presumed na nireview ng City Legal Office. Lalo na ho ngayon, mayroon tayong City Administrator. So, 3 na ho ang pinagdadaanan niya. The Office of the City Legal, Office of the City Administrator, then ipo-forward nila sa Office of the City Mayor bago po i-forward sa atin. So, napakabulok naman ng ating mga nasa legal at nasa city admin kung mapapahamak ho ang sangguniang panlungsod dyan. We are only acting upon the request of the City Mayor, Madam Chair.
Yun lang, Madam Chair. Dahil para ho tayo ay safe lahat.
Opo, safe naman po. May exit conference po kasi, lalabas po ang findings ng COA up until May 5, doon po sa ibinigay nilang deadline. At hindi naman po ang mga findings tungkol sa mga maling paggastos. Pero yung mga technical problems, katulad po nito, hindi ko pa po pwedeng sabihin ang mga nilalaman ng findings up until na ito po yung official. Pero meron po mga na dapat nating solusyonan.
Madam Chair, gusto ko lang ma-inform. Ito ay panahon ng pandemic. Pero yung after that pandemic, ito baga ho ay nangyayari sa atin na project muna bago natin aprubahan ang annual investment plan.
Hindi po. Ngayon lang po. Kaya po,
it is the first time na nangyari for the reason na time of pandemic.
Ngayon lang po tayo nagkaroon ng ganito na wala tayong approval dahil usually, tama po kayo, AIP lagi yung na-aprubahan natin.
Thank you.
So siguro po nung mga panahong yun, abala lahat sila. So, kaya po magandang tinanong ni Consel Merlo para alam po natin na kanino yung pagkukulang.
Alright. Honorable Toledo, you are recognized.
Ito po ay amounting to 134,508,866.63. The source of fund is trust fund. ang atin pong pinagkagastusan is procurement of various welfare goods, food, commodities, medical supplies, and other supplies and materials expense as emergency response on the prevention and spread of COVID-19.
Madam Chair, tatanungin ko lang naman po, kung meron din pong ibang cities or municipalities
Hindi ko ho
na
alam.
naggaganyan din po.
Yan nyo ho, pagka kinuha nila akong city admin, ako po'y nag-a-apply sa inyo na wala na ho akong trabaho, baka gusto nyo ko kuhanin.
And then, Madam Chair,
Hindi ko
kaya ko
alam.
lang naman po natanong because sabi nga po kanina, first time po na gagawin ng City of Lipa na
Sa
magkaroon
aking
po ng
term,
ganyan. Yes, sa inyo pong
hindi
term.
ko alam sa iba.
No. So, ganun din po, parehas naman po kami ni Consel Abior na magkasama noong 2019 to 2022.
Kaya nga, kung matatanda mo, kinokontrahan ko
Na
lagi ang online session.
panahon po ng pandemya. At nais lang po nating magkaroon ng clearance, Madam Chair, since ito nga po ay bago sa atin pong lahat para naman po malinawan din po tayo or kami na pagdating po sa mga ganyang mga COA documents and approval po, kung pwede po ba nating i-invite, Madam Chair, yung atin pong legal to bigyan lang po tayo ng konting brief discussion or history pagdating po dito or ipaliwanag po din yung kanila pong request, Madam Chair? Yes, pero kasi po sa City Legal, walang problema kung kaya pong sagutin ni
Pwede po,
Attorney
Madam
Gali.
Chair.
Pero syempre po,
Hindi, sila po
nanggaling
kasi
din sa
nag-request eh, di
City
sila ang
Legal po
magdepensa.
itong request. So, mas maganda po siguro kung galing po sa City Legal.
Sige po, patawag po natin.
Okay po.
Thank you,
City Legal, Madam Chair, City Budget, and City Accounting.
Alright, sige po. I'm declaring a recess. Alright, session resumes. Honorable Silva, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, with regard to the subject matter being proposed by the Honorable Abior Rockpo, I move that we have a recess until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Recess until 4 o'clock.
Alright. Any second? Yan, duly seconded. Sige po.
We have a
Session will now
will
be...
resume on
Yes.
at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Hindi.
Hold on, until further notice na lang.
Ha?
Until further notice.
Who will
Within the day.
Sino
Until
mag-notify sa atin? Sino magkuha ng... Oo. Di ka, dapat may fix time tayo. Para ibig sabihin, kung may fix time tayo,
I'm declaring a
dito.
recess.
Oo.
Resumes.
Recess until 4 o'clock.
Madam Chair,
You are recognized, Honorable Rocafort.
request na rin po natin yung kopya ng reso
Okay po.
Sino mga opisinang concern?
sa sanggunian.
Ay,
Yung reso ng supplemental.
Attorney,
sino
pa-prepare
mga
na lang po
imbitahan natin?
Budget, accounting, legal, admin.
Madam Chair, there is a request from the Honorable Chairman.
Treasurer.
We may invite the
Finance Committee.
The agency
Okay.
concerned.
Finance Committee to be invited.
Yes. And one more thing, Madam Chair, yung Development Council, City Development Council, dahil sila dapat magawa ng isang resolution, go forward sa sanggunian, so we can approve the supplemental annual investment plan.
And Madam
Alright.
Chair, a copy of the COA findings, the initial COA findings.
Alright. Okay.
Okay na?
Copy of the initial COA findings, reso of the Sangguniang Panlunsod approving the supplemental budget, and the certification from the accounting office.
Hindi, ngayon pa lang approve ba natin?
Yun nga ang kailangan natin. Hindi. Nailabas na yan eh.
Oo nga, ibig sabihin, ang pag-approve ng annual investment plan, kinakilala natin yung City Development Council.
Hindi po. Siguro check nga po natin kung meron na siyang reso approving the supplemental budget.
May mga supplemental tayong budget na inaprubahan, pero hindi ho ito. Dahil isang gunian approve last August 3rd, 2020, amounting 23 million. And the second is the Sangguniang approved an amount of 34,500,000 on the October 5th, 2020. So, hindi ito. Hindi ito. Oo. Hindi ito. Iba ito. Kaya, may inaprubahan na noon. Ang ating inaprubahan niya, yung sa iyo ngayon na 134 million. So, wala pa yun. Kailangan lang natin itong resolution. Yun. Di mamaya pag umatid. Okay na, Madam Chair?
Alright na po.
So-
I'm declaring a recess until 4 p.m.
And advise the Secretary
Yes,
to
that is very well noted
coordinate
po.
with the proper agency.
Yes, correct.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So,
Okay.
there is no business anymore to be tackled.
Alright, see you
So,
at
I
4
move-
p.m. po.
I move
Ay, already.
to adjourn. Adjourn na yan.
Recess nga.
Recess nga.
So, no adjournment.
Ayun.
Okay. See you po at 4 p.m. Thank you. Session resumes. Honorable Avio Rocafort, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, I have here a letter from the City Mayor addressed to the honorable members of the Sangguniang Panlunsod through the City Vice Mayor Camille Angeline Lopez. The subject matter that was referred to my committee, the Committee on Appropriation, the approval or the adoption of the City Development Council resolution regarding the Supplemental Annual Investment Plan 2020, dated April 14, 2020, Madam Chair, for urgency.
Second motion for the urgency.
Duly seconded. Discussion? Objection? Question?
Madam, wala.
Hearing none, the motion is hereby
Urgency
approved
pa lang, no?
for urgency.
Madam Chair, to explain further the details of the content of the Supplemental Annual Investment Plan 2020, dated April 14, 2020, I move to suspend the rules to accommodate our guests, and may I also request that the manifestations, the statements of our guests be part of the records or minutes of the Sangguniang, of the regular session of the Sangguniang Panlunsod, Madam Chair.
Second motion for the suspension of the rules.
Duly seconded. Rules suspended.
Madam Chair, I would like to, para lang po for verification, Madam Chair, I would like to call the attention of the City Planning Officer, the Secretariat of the City Development Council, Madam Chair.
Engineer, you are recognized.
Engineer Daisy po.
Engineer
For-
Daisy.
Madam Chairman, may I request Engineer Daisy to read the content of the CDC resolution of the Supplemental Annual Investment Plan 2020, Madam Chair.
This is what is written in the resolution number 2024-02, series of 2024, resolution adopting the Supplemental Annual Investment Program, SAIP, 2020, whereas the city government of Lipa aims to deliver utmost and effective services to its constituents, whereas there were programs proposed programs and projects which are not included in the approved AIP 2020 but had to be prioritized and implemented. And whereas the city mayor, as an emergency response on the prevention and spread of COVID-19, intended to implement the hereunder programs and projects. So under ng 5% budgetary reserve for calamity, quick response fund under disaster response program, procurement of various welfare goods, food commodities, medical supplies, and other supplies and materials expenses as emergency response and prevention and spread of COVID-19, charged to trust fund. We have which is amounting to 54 million. 54,831,402 pesos, whereas the total amount will be taken from the trust fund. Whereas to implement these programs and projects, a supplemental annual investment plan shall be passed, and after due deliberation, the body moved for the approval of the supplemental annual investment plan for the above listed program and project, and requesting the Sangguniang Panlunsod for the passage of the resolution for the adoption of the supplemental annual investment plan for the same. Now, therefore, be resolved as it is hereby resolved that the City Development Council approve the supplemental annual investment plan 2020 for those projects, for the listed project. Approved March 1, 2024, Lipa City. Signed by the CDC member and chairperson.
May we know the members of the CDC, Madam Chair,
The members
for
of
the
the
record.
The members of the CDC are Councilor Avior Arroca for Chairman of our SP Committee on Appropriation, member of our CDC Execom, Windy Pilat, our ABC President, member of the CDC Executive Committee also, Joyce Antapay, Katigbak, Civil Society Organization member of the City Executive Committee also, Eric B. Africa, City Mayor, our Chairperson, CDC Executive Committee.
May we know from the Secretariat, the City Planning Officer, Engineer Daisy, if the minutes of the meeting of the CDC was attached to the CDC and submitted to the Sangguniang, Madam Chair.
Yes, Your Honor.
May we also know from the CDC Secretariat if all the members of the CDC signed the CDC resolution.
Yes po.
May tanong po kaya mga kasama natin.
Meron po gusto magtanong? Wala naman na po.
Wala magtatanong. Wala na?
Wala na, Consel Avior.
May I now request the City Accountant, Madam Chair,
All right.
to be recognized.
Ma'am Belen, you are recognized. Thank you, Engineer Daisy.
Madam Chair, as mentioned by Engineer Daisy a while ago, attached with the CDC resolution is the minutes of the deliberation and meeting of the CDC members, Madam Chair. Be it on record that as a member of the CDC, we ask questions to the CDC membership doon po sa request na adoption ito pong ating CDC. Kung relative doon po sa date na pinag-uusapan natin. Now, we would like to call the attention ng ating pong City Accountant to explain to us yun pong mga nangyari, what transpired during the meeting, and why, as of today, we are requesting na magkaroon po ng adoption noong pong CDC resolution, Madam Chair. So may I request that we recognize Ma'am Belen, our City Accountant, to explain in details and with regards dito po sa approval natin ng adoption ng CDC resolution, Madam Chair.
Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. This is regarding our request. This is regarding our request for the Sangguniang Panlunsod to adopt the CDC, adopting the Supplemental Annual Investment Plan for 2020. Nagsimula po ang ating pag-request dito kasi meron pong dumating sa ating AOM. And sa AOM po natin
Excuse
ay...
me, Ma'am Belen, there is a point of order. Attorney Gali, you are recognized.
I would just like to know if this is if we are on recess, of this will be part of the records of the minutes of the session, so that any interpellations or discussions that we may have, this will be reflected in the records of the session.
Yes, correct.
So are we in session or recessed?
Suspension of rules
Or
lang
suspension.
po to accommodate
So,
po our department
so
heads.
whatever
Yes,
discussions
part
we have
of
here will be part
the
of the
minutes. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Correct. Thank you.
1 minute break.
I'm declaring a recess.
Yes, 1 minute.
Session resumes. You are recognized, Honorable Rocafort.
Madam Chair, naka-recess pa rin po tayo.
Session resumes po.
Madam Chair, may I
Kaka-resume lang.
request to suspend the rules to accommodate our city administrator.
Still suspended po.
So may I request our city administrator to be recognized, Madam Chair.
Sir Ronald Sarmiento, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, may I request Sir Ronel Sarmiento to continue answering the query and to enlighten the members of the Sangguniang Panlunsod the request of the CDC, Madam Chair, with regards to the approval of the Supplemental Annual Investment Plan dated 2020, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, good evening, and to the honorable members of this body. Firstly, based on the available information and documents at hand, since I only assumed the position of the city administrator last November 2023, I have to consult on the previous and other officials from the executive department so that I could be enlightened on the matter. And the request for the Sangguniang Panlunsod to adopt the resolution of the CDC to approve the supplemental AIP being submitted by the executive department raised from during the pandemic. The rules on disbursements related to government response during COVID-19 has been relaxed. Immediate action from the government side has been vital, and that is why, based on JMC, based on the Joint Memorandum Circular Number 2 dated March 30, 2022, since during this time, our province in particular is under ECQ, under 2.2, it requires that if there has been any disbursement, the necessary AIP or supplemental investment program will be approved by the local sanggunian after everything has been normalized already. And we are under the impression, and in good faith, these disbursements has been subjected to the regular auditing and accounting procedures, of course, under the City Accounting Office. And unfortunately, during the course of discussions, admittedly, the adoption of the supplemental AIP has been overlooked. That is why we decided that we will request the Sanggunian to adopt this said resolution.
Madam Chair, last for verification, Madam Chair, para lang po nasa record. According to the CDC Resolution 54 million, kano gayon? Ha? 54,831,402 ang atin pong dinisburse for the utilization that we utilize the 54,831,402 para po sa iba't ibang mga programa natin noon pong pandemic. Ito pong lahat ng pera ay na-disburse and at the same time, tayo po ay kumpleto sa lahat ng mga dokumento na nagpapatunay na ito po ay naipamigay po natin doon sa mga beneficiaries na talaga pong nangangailangan ng tulong ng pandemic.
As to the disbursement documents, let us put it on record that this underwent all the regular auditing and accounting procedures and all the necessary documents for CDC. We have the head secretariat from planning. Do we have the necessary resolution and minutes for the said meetings? It is at hand, available at hand, sir.
So, maraming salamat. Kung may tanong po ang mga miyembro ng Sangguniang Panlungsod, Madam Chair, ay binibigay ko po sa kanila ang floor.
Alright, thank you po. Honorable Angeles, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sir, ang tanong ko lang dito talaga, same naman, papa-reiterate ko lang. Kasi you're asking us to approve something that has already been disbursed, no? So, I move that if we're going to give a resolution approving and adopting the CDC resolution, that will be under the condition that the representation of the proponent is that no money is missing, everything is accounted for, and the money after the last centavo is covered by the documents and properly accounted for. And also we'd like to request if we can be issued also a certification of findings that this disbursement was covered with the regular accounting or audit that the LGU will have to conduct, of course, coupled with the proper documents and receipts. Under that condition, Madam Chair.
That is noted, Mr. Chair. We will direct the city accountant to provide such certification since those documents will be under her office. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Alright, thank you, gentlemen. Session resumes.
Madam Chair, considering that there are no other questions, I move that we adopt the Supplemental Annual Investment Plan 2020. The same be considered as approved for third and final reading, Madam Chair. Resolution approving the Supplemental Annual Investment Plan 2020, Madam Chair.
Seconded.
Yung huli kong sinabi, ha?
Seconded by Honorable Silva. Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Madam Chair, I move that we... What? Motion to adjourn.
Any second? Duly seconded. Session is now adjourned.